Hi, it's Bruce. It's Saturday, February, I don't know what, 16th by now? Losing track of time. Well, a week and a half ago, last Thursday, I went to Washington, D.C. I took a couple days off from work. Work has been very hectic, and by Wednesday night, I thought I was going to die. I was really not in a good shape to go to Washington, but I had a good night's sleep. I got on the train and met my friends Cheryl, Kip, and Kathy from Connecticut, who were already on the train, and we went to D.C. to see the opening of Bill Russell, my boyfriend, and Henry Krieger's Up in the Air, a new musical based on a Japanese children's tale called Buna the Tree Climbing Frog. And going to Washington was great fun. I saw the show 3 times and had a great time. So I want to point out all the people who came. I'm going to forget a lot of them, but we had from Connecticut, Cheryl, Kip, and Kathy. From New York, we had our friends Phil, Kevin, Nick, and James. From Atlanta, Tom and Ulysses came up. From Pennsylvania, Manette and Kitty. Kitty had her friend Steve from D.C. Other friends from D.C., Bob and Gretchen. It was a whole weekend of dinners and parties and fun, and some drinking some wine. Thursday was the opening. It was a real good success. The Washington Post and mostly the Washington Times gave it a very positive review, both of them. The Times gave it 3.5 stars out of 4. And the director of the show was Amon Miyamoto, and I want to tell you who the cast is. I'm not going to review it because, you know, my boyfriend wrote it. So I just want to tell you the 2 reviews were excellent. I don't want to forget anybody, so I'm looking up the cast. I know them well, and partied with them hearty. Michael Leon Woolley played the bullfrog and owl. A lot of people are double cast. Stanley Baharek, our friend who lives right above us, actually. We didn't know this till he was cast. He lives in our building. Is Buna, yes, the tree climbing frog. Deborah Liu, Sunjata and Thrush. John Hammond, Mr. Sparrow and Rat. Joe Abramowitz, Mrs. Sparrow. David McDonald, the Shrike. Donalyn Champlin, sorry Donna, Buna's mother, and Lilias White is the snake. And then they play various frogs and other things that live under the tree. But Buna goes up in the air and climbs the tree. It's, as I said, based on a Japanese children's tale. It's about the cycle of life and death, actually. And the Japanese are, you know, they give big morals to their stories. So this was actually an adult children's show, if you're taking it from an American perspective. The genesis of this show is that Amon Miyamoto was asked to direct a show in the Washington, D.C. Japan Festival at the Kennedy Center, and he wanted to do an adaptation of Buna the Tree Climbing Frog, which has been a play translated into a play about 3 times in Japan, so it's a very popular tale. But he wanted an American take on it, and he got Henry Krieger and Bill Russell to do the book and lyrics. So it was a very prestigious project, and people from all over the world came. So Washington was great. We had a great opening night party at, I think it was called Meiwa, a Chinese restaurant. We also had dinner there earlier at the same place, just Bill and I and some friends. And we also ate that weekend at Grillfish. These are restaurants across from our hotel, which was the Renaissance M Street. Sorry, I have so many notes, because we did so much. The party was great, and there was a closing night wine and cheese party at the Kennedy Center, which was great. And then actually it wasn't closing night, it was my closing night. It was Saturday night, and I was leaving. The last performance was Sunday matinee, the only performance I didn't see. But the wine and cheese thing was great, and then we all met back at the hotel, and when we walked in, a lot of the cast and their friends were sitting in the lobby ordering wine and drinking. So that took a couple more hours. And then I came back. On Friday morning, we got up early because our friends Kevin and Phil had booked us a private White House tour, which is self-guided. You get a booklet, and you can talk to some guides along the way, and just see some of the rooms. And it's very, very nice, although I would rather see it next year under different auspices, living at the White House. So let's go for that. Saturday matinee, we got tickets to, we were invited to see a play in Japanese. That was part of the festival, and I think it was called Shintoku Maru. I mean, I know it was called that, but whether my pronunciation is correct or not can be up for debate. It was completely in Japanese, although there was a good synopsis, and right before the play started, Alan Rickman on a tape came and gave you the synopsis. So I understood everything that was going on. It was a Japanese tale of a young man and his father and the death of their mother. See, death, it's a big thing there. And he buys a new stepmother at some sort of traveling carnival, and the son loves her and hates her and hits her, and then she blinds him, and then basically I think at the end they have sex because all is forgiven and they were in love. And it has something to do with rebirth, and now she's his new mother. So, directorially, this was stunning. It reminded me of, there was some, all kinds of Japanese different theater in it, and I thought a lot of Brecht, kind of a Brechtian violin thing going on at some times. Stunning visuals, and it opened with people on a bridge with welding equipment doing that, welding sparks in the dark, you know, like all across the bridge, these welding sparks coming off. Really theatrical and stunning. So that was really interesting, but I have to tell you, the story itself is like, wow, that's entertainment. Anyway, so we had a great time, and I'm glad Bill's home, and I'm glad I'm home. We're back at work. I'm back at work. Yeah. And tomorrow we're going to go see Sunday in the Park with George at Studio 54. So that's my trip to Washington, and I don't know what's going to happen with Up in the Air. There are producers involved, and you know, it was great to have that Kennedy Center imprimatur, and great production. It looked great, and it was designed beautifully. All right, so I'll be blogging soon about things I can actually review without gushing over my boyfriend's work. Okay, bye.